Hello admins, how we doing out there? I'm gonna make this video shorter than the last one, I promise, but I got some important stuff I've got to cover, so here we go. So today actually is August 3rd, so we just wrapped up the first quarter of the Moose year. So that means Heart of the Community report needs to be put in, and it needs to be put in before August 15th. 15th is the deadline. Um, I know some people have asked me questions about filling that out. So I am attaching along with the email and weekly stats that I'm sending out today. I'm going to attach the tips on how to enter that stuff in. Um, Please remember that it is important to get all the stuff in that the lodge has done volunteer wise, because that does add up for Moose International with what they report. But also, I tell a lot of lodges that the reason why we keep that on record too, if you ever have a government agency that comes in that wants to prove that we are doing charity work, which we're supposed to, especially when it comes to charity funds, especially in those states that has gaming and has to require to give some of that charity money away to charity, that's one of the first things you can pull up and show that the IRS or whoever it may be, whatever agency is asking, maybe your local state gaming agency is asking for some of that information, you can show them that, and you kept a record of it. We've had lodges in the past before where they didn't keep that record, and then the government agency went and asked them to prove all those things, not just written down. We had one lodge that they had to go and get pictures of the little league team they were sponsoring that had the Moose's name on their shirts and on the banners, and then there was a pet port situation and they had to go track down all that information showing what they'd done, got letters, went back and got the canceled checks. So there was a whole lot more work. So there's a couple important reasons why we do that, Heart of the Community, and get that in. So please be putting that in as soon as possible. Please don't wait till the last day. Also, 990s. It is time for 990s to be getting done. You've been able to start them since May 1st. This is for U.S. lodges. I keep forgetting now I have some Canadian lodges in Territory 40. The deadline for that is September 15th. Also, we don't want to wait till the last minute on that one. We've been able to start since May 1st. If you are using a CPA, doing it in-house, having someone in the lodge doing it for you, don't wait till the last minute. We're now into August. We don't want to wait until September to start those because it can take a little bit of time sometimes, especially for busier lodges. You don't want to wait till September to turn in the information you have to give to the CPA and give them a couple weeks because they're going to want to file an extension. And because you have May, June, July, August, and part of September, almost 5 months to get that done, there is no reason for lodges to be filing extensions. Also, we're going to be doing something a little bit different in Territory 40 this time. When you do your 990s, you also have to get, now since after COVID, everybody files electronically, you get a confirmation number. So starting next week, I'm going to be contacting lodges with an email and a form. We're going to want to see proof of your 990 being filed for this year and the confirmation number. Now, I don't expect you to go and copy the whole 990 and copy it off, but I am wanting the top page and I am wanting the confirmation number. I don't personally care whether it ends up being a picture of the top page or you scan it into a PDF and the confirmation number. I prefer the PDF. It's a smaller file, but however you get it to me, as long as I see the top page that's been filed and the confirmation number, will be okay. Financial reviews. Financial reviews are required by lodges and they should be being completed and turned into, currently right now, myself and the regional manager, Sean. But the requirement is that review be given at the second meeting of the month. So by the day or two after your second meeting of the month, which that changes because everybody meets on different days and because of the days of the week, it switches back and forth. Those should be turned in as quickly as possible. We're going to start contacting lodges because we want to know why those aren't being done. If you have questions on how to do that, I know there are a few questions on there that people are having trouble understanding. get a hold of myself or Sean, and we will help you understand how to finish those. Administrators should not be doing the financial review by themselves. I don't have a problem, I don't think Sean does either, anybody, with the administrator filling out the information on the form, but the financial review committee should be verifying that. So if you're putting in, the totals in the bank statements, or the P&L, or the insurance was paid and here's a check number, it's fine for the administrator to fill that part out, but someone has to be verifying that. So please don't be doing it all by yourself and then trying to turn it in and then you and the president sign off on it, because neither of those people are part of the financial review committee. Again, the financial review committee should be a chairperson appointed by the president and one other member plus the chaplain. The chaplain's on the committee but is not in charge of the committee. Reconciliations, they should also be done by the 10th of the month. So please make sure we're getting those reconciled and up to date by the 10th of the month. The previous month should be reconciled. Also, when writing checks, we need to make sure that we're doing a few things, and we're having some issues out there. When you're writing a check, whether it be to Moose International, Moose Charities, your association, understand those are different entities. So you don't want to be sending a check to the association for endowment and write Moose Charities on it. Or even worse, write Moose International. So make sure you know what you're writing the check to, and make sure you know where you're supposed to be sending it to. So even at Moose International, Moose Charities is also located there, and they do have the same address, but they're going to different places. So you want to make sure, say on an endowment check, you're sending it to Moose Charities, not Moose International, because it's going to go to two different places and take time if it gets sent to the wrong one to get to the other place. Also, you're going to want to make sure on the memo line, whatever you're sending money into, for whoever, always make sure on the memo line you put on what it's for. So if it's endowment, that's fine. If it's per capita to your association, put that on there. I have lots of lodges leaving it blank, and Moose Charities, when you send to Moose Charities endowment fund, they can, and it doesn't say anything, they can just put that in the general fund for Moose Charities, and you're not getting credit for the endowment. So we're having those issues. I have some lodges leaving that memo line blank, or I had one lodge, I don't know why, they were writing literally check number. The check number's already on the check, and they were rewriting in the memo line check number and the number. I'm like, I don't know what they were doing that for. So please make sure you're completing all that information. If you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out to myself or Sean as well. That is all I have. I kept it to 8 minutes. You all have a good week and take care. Bye.